Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to another video, and today we have got my 21-22 Premier League predictions. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from who I think will finish last and then move up the table to eventually going through who I think will finish first. So if you do go on to enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing watch alongs throughout the season, so make sure to subscribe for that. So let's get into the video straight away, starting off with who I think will be 20th. In 20th place I think will be Watford. Although they did get promoted as runners-up in the Championship, they haven't really got a Premier League squad realistically. They have a few good players, Ismail Assar being the main one I'd say. But apart from that, it's just pretty average players if I'm going to be completely honest. And I think they will come last. Maybe they'll surprise me and a few other people that are predicting them to go down. But some of the names in this squad just don't really look great. I hope they do stay up. I think if they do, then Ben Foster's obviously videos will be absolutely amazing, but unfortunately I think it'll come down. In 19th, and I did change this prediction literally a few hours ago because some new business has been made. It's going to be Southampton. Now, obviously, Danny Ings leaving is a huge loss, probably their best player apart from Ward-Prowse. Also, Vestergaard has practically joined Leicester now. He's completed his medical, so that's going to be confirmed soon. So it's not looking great for Southampton. They did replace Ings with Armstrong, who I think will have a good season, but I don't think his goals will be enough to keep them up. Ward-Prowse could leave in January as well. It's not looking great for Southampton. I think they will get relegated, unfortunately. In 18th place, just missing out on survival, I think will be Brentford. Ivan Toney is going to be their main player this season. We don't know how good he's going to be this season. He could be really good. He could flop. We're not sure yet. I think he'll get a few goals. Probably a couple more than Armstrong at Southampton. They signed Azure as well, a Celtic centre-back. He could be good for them. They could keep a few more clean sheets, which could help them stay up. But I'm unfortunately predicting them just to miss out on survival. I wouldn't be surprised if they do stay up though. In 17th, and just staying up in my opinion, will be Norwich. And normally they're that team that always come up and go straight back down. But I'm predicting them this year to go straight, well, just to stay up. They have a good squad. They've made some very good signings in my opinion, especially in the midfield. Billy Gilmore will have a great season in my opinion. His first real taste of first team football. Lee Malou as well I think will be good from the league. And Rashika, they signed another player, I can't remember his name. He is a Greek league player. He could have a good season. So a lot of new faces at Norwich. It could be either a good season for them or just what Fulham did a few years ago and go back down after spending loads. But I think they will just stay up. I think they've made a few decent enough signings to confirm survival after selling Buendia. In 16th I've got Burnley. They always tend to stay up. I was actually going to predict them in the drop zone until today when I decided to swap them with Southampton last minute. But yeah, they've got a very good squad. Not a lot of squad depth, but they have no Europe, so that shouldn't be an issue. They usually stay up with Sean Dyche. What a manager he is. Great defence in Pope, Tarkowski, Me, who always seem to not leave the club for some reason. Loughton, good right back, Taylor's a good left back. They haven't really signed anyone, but they've kept their players from last season, so it'll be a similar probably result this season. Chris Wood as well, watch out for him this season. He bagged a load of goals towards the end of last season, so he'll have a good start to the season in my opinion. In 15th, probably the first bold prediction of the video, and I'm going to go with Wolves. It's probably going to be completely wrong. They're probably going to finish higher. I think they'll fall off this season. Their manager hasn't had the greatest experience as a coach so far in his career. He used to manage Benfica. Didn't do too great, didn't do too bad, but I don't think it'll work well for him. I think it will be sacked at some point. I think they'll have a poor season. Raul Jimenez, I hope he has a better season. I don't think he will. Trincao from Barcelona, he'll be a good player. Probably Nato's injured. So yeah, they are missing a few decent players. They have a good squad, but I think 15th, honestly, for them. I wouldn't be surprised if they finish higher though. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm going to go with it. In 14th, I'm going to go with Brighton. If they did manage to sign a good striker, I would be predicting them maybe top 10. They didn't, so I'm going to predict them 14th. They still have a decent squad. They lost Ben White, but they still have the likes of Basuma, Dunk, Sanchez in goal, have a good season. Trossard as well, I think will have a good season as well. Lamptey, if he stays fit, once he comes back from his injury, could be good as well. I think they'll stay up, they usually do. We'll put them 14th. Graham Potter, he's done an amazing job as manager so far, and I don't see them going down. 13th going Crystal Palace. This could go either way really. They could finish towards the relegation zone, or they could finish top 10. That's probably the max they're going to do. This could go either way. If Vieira does a good job as Palace manager, it could be a bit higher up. If not, he could be a bit lower down. So I'm going to go with down the middle, just to be safe. They have a good squad. Zaha, Benteke could have a good season. They've made decent signings as well. Gallagher, Elise. They fixed their defence, which was an issue last season in Gueye and Anderson as a new centre-back partnership. I think they'll have a pretty solid mid-table season, really. Vieira may get sacked. If he does, I think they may finish around where I'm predicting them. 12th place, we're going to go with Newcastle. I think they could have a really good season. They have a very underrated attack, in my opinion, with St. Maximin, Wilson, Willock if he signs, Fraser as well, Almiron's there, Joe Linton, obviously the GOAT. They could have a really good season. They have a okay manager in Steve Bruce. I think he'll do a good enough job to get 12th. Maybe they'll finish low. I'm probably being a bit generous, but I honestly think if Wilson and that stay fit, they could have really good seasons and help Newcastle potentially push for top 10. In 11th place, just miss out on top 10, I think it'll be West Ham. I wouldn't be surprised if they get top 10. They got 6th last season. Obviously no Lingard for this season, but they're already around that 6th spot anyway. It's just the lack of squad depth in Europa League this season, which I think will help, well, not help them get top 10. They still have good players. Declan Rice, Ben Rama, look out for him this season. Souček. They've got likes of Cresswell and Kufau, left back and right back. Watch out for West Ham this season. They're going to have a pretty okay season. They could surprise a few people again though. Moving on to the top 10 now, we've got Everton. Rafa Benitez, former Liverpool manager, is going to be interesting. We'll see how he gets on. I think he could get sacks maybe. But I think 10th is roughly where this Everton squad's going to be anyway. Obviously, some good individual players in Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, Rodriguez if he actually plays. I'm not sure he will. Not really great signings either. Digne, watch out for him. Godfrey could have another good season as well. But I think around 10th is probably fair. 9th place, we're going to go with Aston Villa, and they've had a good transfer window. They did lose Grealish, but they've replaced with 3 new faces, Buendia, Danny Ings and Leon Bailey. Great new attack there. Plus Ollie Watkins as well, had a great season. McGinn, Douglas Luiz in the midfield. And then they've signed Twanzebe to help Mings and Konsa, Cash, Young, a new signing as well, and Target at the back, with obviously Emi Martinez in goal. This is a very good Villa squad. Wouldn't be surprised if they push for European football this season. I'm going to put them 9th though, because I don't think they'll be able to push the top 8. In 8th place, I'm going to go with Arsenal. They finished their 2 seasons in a row now, I believe. They're probably going to finish around there again. They could finish a bit higher. They had a good end to last season. It's just they've got a few injuries and illnesses with their attack. That's where they struggled last season, and those players that were struggling are injured. They haven't really got anyone for the Brentford game tonight. Aubameyang, Lacazette and Ketty are all out. They're going to have to change their squad up a bit, and that could affect them throughout the season if they don't sign some strikers and players around those positions. The rest of the squad's good. The defence is pretty good. Ben White coming in is a good signing. Tierney as well could have a good season. I think 8th is probably fair. They could finish higher. I wouldn't be surprised. I was going to predict them 5th, but I think the other 3 teams ahead will do slightly better. 7th place, I'm going to go with Tottenham. This all depends really if Harry Kane leaves. I think he will stay. Just in case, I'll pit them a few positions below other teams that they could finish above if they do keep him. Son's definitely going to say he's going to have a good season again. Brian Gill, new signing, looking forward to seeing him for the first time. Their defence, they got Romero from Atalanta. He could be a good option. Only 23 as well, so he could be good for the next few years. I think they could get top 6 if they keep Kane. Just in case they don't, I'll put them 7th. 6th place, another bold prediction here. I'm going to go with Leeds. I'm going to back them to get Europa League. Bielsa, what a manager he is. He's had a great first season. I think they will get Europa League this season. They've got unbelievable squads. Melier in goal, signed a new contract today. Firpo, Dallas, Ayling, great defensive options there. They've got the likes of Jack Harrison, Calvin Phillips, Rafinha, great midfield and winger options. And obviously Bamford up top. They've got a great squad. I think they'll have a similar season to West Ham did last season. Rodrigo as well, he could have a good season. Watch out for him. I'm looking forward to watching Leeds this season. I genuinely think they could get top 6. 5th place, I'm going to go with Leicester. They've just missed out on top 4 2 seasons in a row. I think they'll do it again, although I think it will be a bigger gap to 4th and 5th this season. What a squad Leicester have though. This honestly could push for Champions League. I think they'll miss out though. Schmeichel, it's just a defence really. Fofana's injury. They're going to bring in Vestergaard, but the lack of defenders they have and the injuries they had last season, it's probably going to cost them Champions League. Harvey Barnes, Maddison in midfield, Tielemans as well, and Didi. Soumare, new signing, he could be good as well, with new attacking options in Daka, Vardy, Iheanacho as well. They've got a great team, Leicester. I wouldn't be surprised if they do push for the top 4, but I think they'll miss out by like maybe 5 to 10 points. Now moving on to the top 4, this is the hardest 4 to predict really. I'm going to put Liverpool 4th. They have a good squad. I think it's just the lack of squad depth they have. It proved an issue last season. I think it could again. Robertson's already injured, so Tsimikas is going to have to play. Van Dijk, I think, could fall off this season. I think he'll probably be flop of the season, in my opinion. Probably going to be completely wrong looking back at this in a few, like just under a year. But Konaté being signed is a good addition. Midfield options, again, Henderson. A few rumours saying he's going to leave. He'll definitely stay, and I think he'll have another good season. Thiago, watch out for him. He's going to probably have a much better season. And then the attacking options, Salah, Mane, Firmino, Jota. That's a great attack. It's very harsh putting this team 4th, but I just don't see them beating the top 3. Maybe they'll beat United, but I'm going to put them 4th. Gave a bit of a hint a minute ago. 3rd place, United. Could swap them and Liverpool rounds, but I've put Man United based on the fact they have signed Varane. They've signed Sancho, 2 unbelievable signings there. Cavani's going to have a good season in my opinion if he gets the game time. Pogba as well. Fernandes obviously is going to have a great season, he always does. Greenwood, watch out for him as well, 19 years old, what a player he is. Lingard's going to stay as well, he's had a good season, so they have more squad depth in that midfield. I think they're a CDM away though from a title race. They've got the defence sorted, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Maguire, Varane, that's a great defence. 2 great keepers in De Gea and Henderson, the attack's amazing, we've gone through that already. I think it's just a CDM away from pushing the top 2. 2nd place and just missing out on the title, I think will be Man City, my team, as you can see. I think we have a great squad. The squad depth is unbelievable. Obviously, De Bruyne and Foden are at the start of the season. I think that will cost us maybe a couple points. But the rest of the squad, unbelievable squad we have. I think we could get the Champions League this year. I think PSG may not cope with the pressure of everyone saying they're going to win it, but this squad's unbelievable. Jack Grealish, maybe Kane coming in. If Kane does sign, which I don't think he will, maybe we'll win the league, but I'm going to put us 2nd. I did last season, we won the league, so if you're a City fan, that's probably a good sign. But yeah, it's going to be a really tight season at the top. I'm looking forward to this title race. And the winners of the 21-22 season, in my opinion, will be Chelsea. Lukaku pretty much confirms that. What a signing he is. They struggled with goals last season with Vernon not having a great season up top. I think he's going to go out on the wing and have a much better season. He did that v us in the FA Cup, I think, and he got an assist. Nearly got a goal as well, I think. But him, Lukaku, more attacking options with Ziyech, Havertz, Mount, Pulisic. What an attack they have. The midfield, Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic, that's a title-winning midfield in itself, really. The defence, I think, is very good as well. They have that 5 at the back with Kante and Jorginho, Kovacic, Thiago Silva, Azpilicueta, Rudiger. Reece James, Chilwell, that's a great defence. With Mendy and goal, I think will get the Golden Glove this season. I think they will win the title, maybe a final day title win, which I don't want to go through. So hopefully this prediction's not true. But I think Chelsea will win the league this year. So thanks for watching this video. I'm going to be doing watch-alongs like I said at the start of the video throughout the season. So if you want to see them, hit the subscribe button. I uploaded my Game Week 1 predictions earlier today, so go watch that on my channel after this. Thanks for watching today. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for another video stream very soon.